Yeah, so again, as content's being consumed, our algorithm is able to monitor the performance of that content and then adjust our algorithm based on how content is being received and consumed by the consumer.
Nice.
And so there's no work that the content marketer needs to do in order to take advantage of that capability.
Okay. So let's use blog posts as an example. Do I publish a blog post and then submit the URL into the platform, or do I submit the content into the platform and then publish the blog post?
Yeah, so the way the platform works is obviously we've got a great customer success team that works with customers to onboard them to our platform. And what we do is we ingest the historical content of a company along with the associated performance metrics. So those could be click-through rates, time on page, the typical metrics that a content marketer uses. And then we do what we call a content audit of all of that historical content and engagement metrics. And through that analysis, we're able to identify the patterns in language that drive high-performing content versus low-performing content. So once that content audit is complete, then content profiles are then created. And those content profiles are what the content creator uses to optimize a piece of content going forward. So once that content audit is complete and the content profiles are available, then the content creator creates a draft of content, they put it through our AI algorithm, and then it does a comparison against the content profile, and the content profile at a click of a button will optimize the content, make the revisions to that draft. The content creator is able to see all of the revisions made. They can choose to accept or reject. And then once they finalize that piece of content, they can push it back into their CMS or their marketing automation platform, whatever the case may be, and push that content out for publication.
That's pretty cool. So I assume it works the same way with emails and search ads, things like that. So are you able to, pull in that same data from historically, things that worked well, things that didn't?
Exactly right. It's the same process regardless of the content asset, whether it be a web page, blog, a white paper, an email marketing campaign, a Google ad, a landing page, a product description. The process is the same from a workflow perspective. What we do is we look to other technologies within the marketing technology stack that we can integrate with in order to be able to move the content and data back and forth at the click of a button.
Wow. So what is an ideal client of yours? Is it someone who's, maybe doing blog posts daily, or is it someone who's doing blog posts once a month? Or where do you guys find that real fine line of who you should work with?
Yeah, so we really target medium to enterprise-sized customers because they tend to be publishing a fair bit of content. And so we really like to see, 10 to 15 published, from a monthly basis in order to really start to drive value from our platform.
Okay, cool. How long have you got, so I know you mentioned you were originally content curation back in 2012. How long has Atomic Reach been around? Has it been since 2012? Is that when you guys switched, or how did that work out?
Yeah, no, so the company was originally incorporated in 2012, focused on the content curation business, and then after about 2 years, we decided to pivot once we identified this issue and really went into a heavy R&D mode for probably a good 4 to 5 years to start to develop our AI technology and our algorithm. And, probably late Q1 to early Q2 of 2018 was really when we started to commercialize the business with Atomic Reach in its current form, and started to reach out to the marketing community and started to onboard customers.
So how does the pricing structure work? Is it based on the amount of volume of content that you're doing? Do you guys do a flat rate? How does that work out?
Sure. So we have a modular approach to our platform. So we have a web page blogging module, an email marketing campaign module, a Google Ads module, landing page, and product descriptions. So you can pick and choose which modules you would like to use. The price point is $12.50 per month per module. There is some discounting available if multiple modules are used. We don't have any limits from a number of seats, so you can have as many users within your organization on the platform. And then we do some custom pricing for large enterprise customers that are using our platform to optimize large volumes of content.
Oh, okay. So case studies. What are some examples of some people that like just utilized your software and just knocked it out of the park?
Absolutely. So we have one large enterprise class professional services organization that is using our platform. And originally it was their careers department that contacted us. And they told us that they were putting out 100,000 job descriptions on an annual basis. And they were really struggling to attract the right profile of candidate, struggling to fill positions in a timely amount of time, or finding the right candidate where they would bring someone onto a position and they would churn out of the position in 3 to 6 months because they just weren't the right fit. And they came to us and said, we've really discovered that we need to just develop a relationship with the job hunter far in advance of when they're actually hunting for a job. And the way they were doing that is through content. So we worked with them on their careers newsletter, and within the first 30 days, which the subscriber rate to their newsletter from 40,000 to 80,000. And we also worked with them on their careers blog, and within the first 5 months of working on our platform, they increased traffic to their careers blog by 99% month over month over month. And they've done that for the first 5 months for our platform. So that's a really good use case showing kind of, if you could think of it from a sales funnel perspective, feeding the top of the funnel, looking at building your brand from a brand capital perspective, doing some thought leadership from a careers perspective, and really driving that engagement so that when that job hunter is actually ready to look for a job, they'll engage with this professional services organization and start to send in their applications.
Wow. That's pretty cool. I didn't think about using it for like job applications and stuff. It's smart. So I love keeping these things.
So
go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think there's a lot of different applications, whether you're trying to feed the top of the funnel for lead generation, whether you're looking at nurturing programs for your customers. While there's lots of AI technologies out there that look at scoring your leads and identifying which leads ready to either make a purchase or take that next step in the customer journey, and they'll identify what type of content asset to send them. There's really no AI technologies that actually look at the language used within those content assets to ensure that it's going to resonate with your target market and actually get them to take that next step in the process. So that's really where we focus. And I can't stress enough that words are important, and the words you use to communicate with your target market is extremely important. So that's really where we drive value.
So pretty much any aspect of content can be put into, Atomic Reach to get optimized and to make sure that it's all, prepped out completely correctly. So
exactly.
It's going, and who you're targeting, the audience, the voice, the different profiles. So that's pretty cool. I didn't even think about using it for like resumes and stuff like that, or job descriptions. So I love keeping these things like short and sweet and make them really easy for everyone to watch. So really appreciate having you on. I would love it if you would give us like some closing remarks, obviously how everyone can reach you, can reach Atomic Reach, and anything else you want to let us know.
Absolutely. So you can always find Atomic Reach online at www.atomicreach.com. Always happy to engage the marketplace to talk about AI and how it can be leveraged by content marketers. So you can always feel free to reach out to me at paulroscoe@atomicreach.com. And, we're more than happy to look at how you can leverage Atomic Reach within your content strategy. And if you're a digital agency, how you can use Atomic Reach to optimize content for your clients.
Perfect. Paul, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing this with me. And we'll have this up everywhere. So if at any point you guys come across this, feel free to comment. Feel free to comment on YouTube or on the blog or on Instagram or wherever you see this. And if I can't help answer it, of course, I'll send you over to Paul, make sure that we get your questions answered if you guys see this later on. But Paul, once again, thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us. And I will talk to you soon.
That's great. Thank you. Take care.
Have a good one. You too. Bye.
Bye.